Welcome, Nerd Boxes, to another episode of Popcorn Confessional News. And on this episode, we are talking about Paramount Studios cast announcements. And we are also talking about some leaked possible plot details. Thanks for joining us again for another episode of the Popcorn Confessional News. Remember, it is very, very important to like this video instead of just watching it. So please, 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 please give us some likes on this so we can expand our network of people that see this. And we're back with some Scream stuff. First of a few. So let's hop into it.
Principal photography is slated to begin in early summer, with the sixth movie set for theatrical release on March 31st of 2023. So 10 short months away until we get the new Scream. And Paramount Studios has given us the names of 4 returning cast members from Scream 5. We have Melissa Barrera, who played Sam. Jasmine Savoy Brown, who was Mindy, one of the twins. Her twin brother Chad, played by Mason Gooding, and Jenna Ortega, who played Tara.
No, honestly, would there really be a Scream 6 if any of these new core 4 were not showing up?
Well, no, it would. You can't do that.
Exactly. So I think this is kind of expected that these 4 would be back. It wouldn't be the same without any one of them, especially since they're siblings, right? How do you explain a sibling not being there?
Especially since they were all alive at the end of, Scream 5. So, yeah. And I mean, you and I had talked about this, and we both agreed that we felt those 4 were going to come back.
Definitely. Now, are you excited to see these 4 come back? I've heard some mixed feelings about Sam and the actress that played her. I don't know why. I thought she did a good job.
I thought she did a good job. She wasn't my favorite. I liked Mindy a lot. And Mindy and Chad, I thought, were really good together, as with the way that their sibling rivalry was. They were good. And I love Jenna Ortega. I hope she does a lot more things. I think she's very talented. So
yeah, it's been a horror Scream Queen year for her so far.
It has been. I just hope she doesn't get typecast. I hope she'll do other stuff.
I think she will. I think of all the actors and actresses in this film, she has the broadest range to break out and be her own star.
Yeah.
Well, on to the second piece of news. Reported earlier this week by Craven Something Scary over on YouTube is some plot details. And very interesting enough about this is that a Reddit user turned up earlier this year not to post Scream details, but is responding to specific Scream threads with some details. And on those details, it is rumored that Kirby is definitely coming back. I think that's something we all kind of felt was coming.
Yeah.
The other thing that I find that is really interesting is that this is possibly taking place in 2 locations. One of those locations being a college setting. We're following the formula, right? Mm-hmm. So I think we all kind of felt that this is the natural next step for the film, right? We have 3 seniors in high school. They're probably going to go to college together. Yeah. And then on top of that, Sam is now going to become overprotective of Tara. And she's going to be like a helicopter mom. So, she's been away for so long. Only makes sense now that she would be super protective of her sister because of what happened. Because she feels guilty.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, the 2 killers are not connected.
Yes. So it is discussed, or it has been sort of leaked, that 2 different cities, 2 different killers. Does that mean Stu is in one city and Sam is the other killer in the current city that they're in? Could be. Now, if you don't want to know it, time to turn it off. But the ending of the film is a cliffhanger. So I'm going to give you a second. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The ending is rumored to be where you have the murders happening throughout the movie. There is no Sydney throughout the movie, but she gets a phone call at the end and is told that it is happening again. And then that's what kicks off the next part.
So that's different.
Is it different? Because if you go and watch our Popcorn Theory episodes, we kind of talked about that, where the film would focus around these 4 characters with some legacy characters sprinkled in. No Sydney, because you want to build up Sam to be that antagonist in part 7 who takes on Sydney.
I'm saying the cliffhanger ending is different.
Oh yes, I agree with that. It's a refreshing change for the franchise.
It is, and of course, if it's true that it's going to be a cliffhanger ending, then we know that there's another one coming.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no need to guess if that's going to happen because, it's kind of set in stone, right? I mean, you would hope. We have seen TV shows end on cliffhangers and then they just canceled it.
Well, we've seen some movies too.
And movies. Movies have had cliffhanger endings too, and then we're like, when's the next one coming? And it never happens. So hopefully, I don't think with these directors and writers that's going to happen. I think that they're fully invested in this and they really like what they're doing. So
now, we'll be able to tell right away if this person on Reddit is full of bupkis, because he has called out that there's some sort of video that's getting released on Friday the 13th from the Radio Silence team about Scream 6. So if that comes to pass, or if it comes in the week afterwards, because it is slowly starting to get out there, then we'll know that there's some credibility to the source. So I'll be watching now, thanks to Craven Something Scary. If it doesn't come from our channel, most likely it'll come from his channel, so don't forget to go out and check his channel out as well, because it's all in the name Craven, right?
yeah.
Now, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen, right? Let us know in the comments. Does it sound like it possibly could be all true for Scream 6? Are you excited about these cast announcements? Who else do you want to see come back? Yes, I know Stu is one of them. But what about those other characters? Let us know by dropping it in the comments, and then a future Scream video that we'll be dropping in the next couple weeks, we'll talk about 6 potential legacy characters returning for the next film that aren't main legacy characters.
We will. And, keep liking, subscribing, and sharing.
Yes. Please share, and until the next. See ya.
See ya.